I'm probably gonna need this shot back in here. Does it clear out enough? Close the tile. One tile. Two tile. Six tile. Seven tile. More. Yikes. Dang it. times. Dang it. 3. There we go. Right, let's try it. 2 times. 1 clean bullet was in there. What else do I want to get rid of? Dun da 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 dun dun da 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 dun dun da da dun dun da da dun da da dun 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 da da dun. Popped right out. Don't. That's a screw. Blue boy with you, little blue bones. Bum ba da 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 da. A do 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 da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 Bam. Little mesh you always see that holds this stuff together. That's chipping. I don't want it to chip, I want it to eject. I think I'm taking too tight an angle or something like that. I'm gonna get the shot back into the room. Yes, this is for painting, so I don't think I need this anymore. It's just gonna get in the way later anyway. Yeah, he must have had it downstairs. Doggone it, Dad. I'll get that crap later. Paint stick. Yikes. Right up into me. My shirt didn't touch it. Okay, yeah, I'm digging in to the here. So I'll need a different tack. Sheesh. Not wanting to split itself any other way. Seriously, that did nothing? Wow, it's not strong. I just dug up everything there, I guess. I'm getting the vacuum. Take the Triforce of courage to protect me. Here. No. Two. Boink, boink. Yeesh. Hate what this does to my neck. Yep, that's a Oop, don't want that to go down the hole. Coin. So the seams are here, here and here. There's just gonna be one right down there too as well. Okay, so now I understand. Oh great, now I'm gonna have to take that out soon as well. That's well, at least it comes off there. Ain't too bad. Alright. That stuff just chips and I see an orange spark fly out. Like, yeah, that stuff literally ignites for like a split second. Blue ones at least. And there's another seam. Already out, so this one seems pretty weak for the most part. There's a coin. Full tiles. Try not to damage the hole, because that's where the toilet goes. This has been a cracked tile for years. This one and that one. Yeah. I'll post. Yeah, load a few more tiles in there. Stalling. You know, some things I never revealed. Ah, fuck. 1, 2, 3 coins just escaped from there. Currently sitting on a combo trials video and a set of completed combo trials. I've been sitting on them for about 7 months at this point. It's just that I've never been able to get into contact with someone who could fix the official JSON to upload those trials. So it's like, no, that's just probably not going to happen. Unless I just decide, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to steal I'm gonna steal something and just do it myself. But yeah, until that happens, not gonna happen. I also currently have a cancel video revamp looking to upload. Yeah, I looked at the guard cancel video and just said, wow, these are, some of these are alright, some of these are kind of shit, aren't they? So yeah, I just decided, not screw it, let's just go through and redo them all. Still pisses me off how people just, they'll tell me stuff, oh, Latios, you're doing stuff that I don't like, and even though I don't play the game anymore, I'm still gonna give you my 2 cents, dude. I don't fucking care about your opinion. Cause yeah, Erdal DM'd me saying that the entirety of the matchup section on the wiki page was just absolute chicken scratch. I mean, it was, but he said he was going to go through it with Potato Boy and like edit it. No, all they ever did was they just edited the move list descriptions to do absolutely nothing except make more final revisions, not by me. Like, I went through it and I read it and I'm just like, okay, you just changed nothing. You really did change nothing. Like, there were probably some things there that were written more concise. It was more so like a change from full sentences into bullet points, but that's really about it. Other than that, like, yeah, back to the matchups section. He said he was going to do that. Like, he was going to go through and he was going to revise it. That was like back in August, and I looked at it in like October. No, it wasn't even August. It was way earlier than that. It was like June, July. I think it was July. And he said Erdal said he was going to go through and sort of like edit that up. No, I went through one day in October and just changed all the stuff I wanted to in 2 days. And I fixed it myself. So yeah. So much for going through and doing that, you know? It's like, they want to act like they do stuff, they don't do stuff. Like, here's the thing, I can respect you. Like, I can respect you, but, you aren't doing anything anymore. So, frankly, it's like I respect you, I just don't care anymore. But then again, it's like, what, 27-year-old Kasuge, so frankly, who gives a rat's ass in the first place? And then it was like, I remember the original conversation, like, it started like 30 minutes before I had to go to work, because of course he's friggin' Peruvian, and he just brought it up in my DMs one day. Yeah, and that was just a clusterfuck to have to go through, like, right before I had to start a shift. It's like, of course, because in the summer I work on a dishwasher. It's just like, no, I can't. Once I'm at work, I'm not available on anything until my 30-minute break, like halfway through the day. So yeah, there was that, and I was told like how I basically pigeonholed, or no, what, like no, I had like a stranglehold on the entire editing process, on the entire editing page, and how like I wouldn't accept any fucking edits that anyone else made, when I had never said that once, and that was just a misconstrued lie by some retard who sucks at the game. Sarubu, I'm fucking looking at you, you dog shit Iggy player. You lost 9-0 to my B-pole and would have lost 10-0 if you didn't fucking quit out of the match. And then I did see how you did go to main court to basically like gloat about how I'm arrogant and whatnot. Like, you got a wrong fucking read on me. But here's the thing, you're just saying that because you hate me. You just say that because you hate me. That's fine. That's fine. I know a lot of people do. I know a lot of people do. But on one hand, I do admit that I was going through and I was a bit panicked. I was a bit panicked that someone was going to edit the wiki page without my consent or knowledge. Seeing as how when that happened, like when the original fiasco happened, I was in the middle of like the big revisions that I was doing, and it's just like I don't want anyone to even go near that page except for me until I'm done with this, because there's a lot of stuff I had written down that I had to input, and it's just like I don't want this getting touched. But yeah, frankly, other than that, it's like, yeah, I did use some very poor wording when I talked to you. I guess I could apologize for that, but you wouldn't care, so I don't think I need to. And then it's like, no, then this gets spun onto me, like, a year later. Like, how many months later? I don't even know when this started, and, like, then when it got reversed back to me. And it was just like, well, no, I never said I'm the only one who can touch this. I just said I don't want you touching it, like to one specific person. And I guess that was just what was spread, and people just lied, I guess. They unknowingly just spread a falsehood. And then fucking Cyrix, the guy who messaged minors to exchange nudes for Steam games, I don't know. He came in there at some point. That actually did happen, like the end of April of this year. And that then also caused some problems. Yeah, he has not changed one bit. He said that he would leave the game after getting called out. No, he didn't. No, he did not. But, yeah. And it's like, so yeah, that's how all that got started. Seam. There we go. And it'll do. Right. But it's like, yeah, I'm getting, like, I know what I've done. Don't get me wrong, I know what I've done throughout life. Ugh. So of course, I'm not too happy when people just start using their grudges to start spreading falsehoods. And apparently, like, I I don't know, a lot of people in this fucking 27-year-old game really love to do that. They really just can't play the fucking game. They have to make this a social politics contest, you know? Like one of them pissing races or whatever. Pissing contest, yeah. It's like, no, I have to be more morally righteous than you. And it's just fucking pissed me off. I'm pretty much checked out at this point. Like, real life is gonna start. I'm graduating college in like, literally coming up on like 3 weeks now. And it's just like, I don't care about this game too much anymore. I love it to death. Like, and I love what I can do with it. It's just, I gotta get out, you know? Another seam right here. Yeah, of course, this thing sucks. No one's even going to watch this video anyway, so I don't think anyone's going to ever hear this, but if you want to hear my thoughts, go right ahead, right here. In this video, where I sit, digging up tile, in my bathroom, for my dad. Alright, I'm going to take this down, touch a glass of water, come back. Oh shit, where do I put it? Do I just dump in the... You know, I'll get a giant bag for it. Ah, right. Don't know what that was. Oh, stupid, probably. Jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. Oh, I still what? Is more than fucking Rick and Morty? Is this show still online as of today? No, not fucking online, on air. Like, I can actually smell it igniting. Is it like blue flint or whatever? And then this is like made of iron, so it just combusts? Screwdriver. Out of here. Chip. And another one. Oh, that's... Yep. At least I got it pretty clean off though. Not too much residue. Donkey Kong! Oh, these ones are coming right off. Okay, that's my kind of beat. And that one shattered into a million billion pieces. That's how things go. As soon as things get good, things get bad. But things do get good. Things do go back to the up and up pretty well. Pretty often. Fly. Are you even getting it? Yeah, it's getting this tile over here. Just not very well. Cool. Also, that video I uploaded, I don't know, I might just be uploading more stuff that I feel like doing. Because really, right now, it's just I have the combo trials video and the guard cancel video.
And then other than that, I don't think there's anything else that I have to go through and revamp. 'Cause, yeah. Honestly though, I mean, hey, if I end things and it's like I've done everything in all the time it takes, that do be what it do be. Where did that shit go? Yeah, I'll get it eventually. You know, this reminds me, initially when we started tearing out all the drywall and stuff, yeah, like my mother, she was worried because it was like 7 years ago, something around, it was way back in the past. We had discovered a wasp's nest. So in the structure of the house, this room, there's like a room diagonally downward that way. And the ceiling of that room had a wasp's nest. But it was like so old that like there was nothing in there, but it was just the remains. And so that then, when we tore out all the drywall, my mother kept worrying, oh my goodness, is there like a wasp? Like, are there any wasps around here? And then it's like, no. If there would be, they'd be here. Okay, if we were to uncover a wasp's nest, trust me, we would fucking know that. And so, okay, so then like a day or two passes, and then downstairs, like in the TV room, we find a wasp had managed to get in, and of course, that upsets her again to the same reason, and of course, at this point. Now, I've actually been dealing with wasps for quite some time now. I know that probably the best solution is to always have a bottle of Windex around and switch it from spray to shoot mode. And basically use it as a long-range ballistic missile. And that basically just destroys the wasp instantly. But, you know, she was just like so concerned that, oh my gosh, they're wasps! That means there is a wasp's nest within the walls. And it's like, no, Mom. If there was a wasp's nest in the walls upstairs, why would they be downstairs? Why would they be down in the TV room instead of up here in the bathroom where the walls are exposed? That was a moment. Funny moment. Yeah. Other than that, like, I don't know, do I have any other good stuff? Oh, yeah. So, I know I talk about this, like, I talk about this on the random reports, and sometimes, but, okay, so a while back, I went, it was over the summer. It was a day after my Sunday shift, which is only 2 hours long. And so it's like, okay, it's like after the week shift, I get some time off, I get some time to relax, and I decided to spend that time at the mall. Okay? I usually just don't buy anything, I just walk around, you know, get some exercise. Leisurely exercise. And so, you know, you have all your mall stores where everything is now either anime, Funko Pop, and then there's, of course, the ubiquitous Round 1, or whatever arcade you are. And then there's a Spencer's and a Hot Topic. And so I go into the Hot Topic because, you know, that's just, of course, you always go into the Hot Topic, see what they have, you know, see what copyrighted characters they have on shirt that, you know, you can't really be too sure about the fair use of. But no, I got one of my favorite hoodies. My sister had bought me one of my favorite hoodies from from the Hot Topic. And actually, it turns out Hawk Hollywood, famous Dio player known for being a fucking crackhead, owns the same hoodie of the Part 6 Jotaro, and it's half gray on one side and then half purple on the other. But yeah, that's really cool. But I go into the Hot Topic, and of course, you know, you have all the things I talk about, and it is pretty funny. It has it unironically has some of like the fucking badass skeleton shirts, you know, the fucking badass skeleton Grim Reaper hood, and he's just got the funny caption on it, and it's just like, oh my god, this is embarrassing. And then I look at the clerk behind the cash register of the Hot Topic, and her face is man, I could not hold in my laughter. I got asked to leave the Hot Topic. The one thing I regret is not doubling back to see if she started crying. That probably would have been even more hilarious. But the Spencers, no, I make it a vow to never walk into the Spencers, because that place, if I recall, that place came from New Jersey, and I hate New Jersey. If you want any other, if you want any indication or like reason as to why, think of Jersey Shore and realize that started like the trend of all this normie slop crap reality TV made to make people stupider. If I turn into a moron in my life, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that of my own volition. I'm gonna slam my head into a wall to achieve that. Or just absolutely like nuke my brain doing something stupid with a microwave. What else? There's something I got reminded of. Oh yeah, the one time, probably the only time I raged from JoJo's. It was, I believe it was second semester of college I was in. Okay, yeah, it was second semester of college. And so what had happened was I had come home, you know, after finals, and just said, hot dog, you know, year's over. I now get to do whatever I want before I start my summer work. And so I did. So, you know, I hopped on JoJo's, and at this point I was still kind of crap at the game. Let's be real, I'm still pretty not the greatest, but at this point I've kind of slowed down my pursuit of being good or like exceptional at 27-year-old game. I don't fault anyone who does, it's just like, I mean, you could probably put it towards a game that actually has money behind it. But you know what? It's a fun game, so I don't really care. Like I ain't gonna fault anyone for doing that. But so yeah, I come home from school. I'm crap at the game. I match up against a Dio player who's like doing his combos and whatnot. And it's like I just keep getting clipped. He barely keeps getting into punish. Like I just barely keep on getting like clipped by 2A. He converts it into a full combo. And then it's like, I guess Oki once, and I go for guard cancel. And it's like, no, because I can never do guard cancels correctly. Especially when I'm like panicking. Each and every time I just fuck it up and I just can't do it. And so I rage so hard that I actually go and I kick a hole into the drywall in my room, and And yeah, that was something I had to fix. But yeah, I fucking raged so hard. I just did that. Never again. I think the last time. Oh yeah, and then actually, you know, no, I have this can right here. Another time I raged so hard against a crap Vanilla Ice player that was just spamming unblockables and just dash 2A the tandem and nothing else. I raged so hard that I actually went outside, threw this, like just chucked this can while it was empty across the lawn, and it cracked. And that's where I got this crack from. I never told, like that I was at least able to get away with not telling my parents with. So there's that. And then probably the last ever time I raged so hard was when I broke a bowl at work. Like it was just, I was alone on the dishwasher. It was like 100 degrees. There was no air conditioning. It was just a miserable fucking experience. And so it's like, I'm trying to work my ass off, trying to get through the breakfast service. And then I break a bowl. Okay. I break a bowl. I pick it up. I go to throw it out. I go to throw it out in the trash can. But at this point, I'm just so like at the end of my rope that I friggin' huck that thing at the garbage. And of course, because it was broken ceramic, I get a giant friggin' cut. Now I've shown this cut before, but it's left this scar right here on my middle finger. Notice how it's a bit deformed. Like right here around the edge. You can see there's like a part where it indents a bit. And like that was the last ever time I really raged, because that actually got me sent to the hospital for legal reasons mostly, but also because it was a deep cut that they did need to fix. But yeah, and plus it was like it was a whole fiasco that day. But I've actually been pretty calm in terms of like handling my anger ever since then. It's like I haven't flipped the frick out. I haven't like rage quit on anything. Like now I just know to either keep it under control or to just quit while I'm behind if I'm getting angry at something. And honestly, it's worked pretty well. But yeah, that was not a fun experience, and it's kind of a wake-up call for me, I guess. Oh well. I'm doing fine now. But the last time I actually, though, pseudo-raged, like, here's the thing. Currently, as it stands right now, I'm home alone. My brother's at work. My parents are off on a trip for the weekend, so it's just me here. But, like, this is, like, the only time. Like, this is the only scenario where I just, like, start raging. Other than that. And not like friggin' hardcore raging. This is like softcore rage where I just start shouting obscenities and curses and profanity all throughout the house. I mean, I'm home alone, so of course I can do that. But the last time I did that was when I fought an Iggy player, and you know what? Honestly, I feel like first and foremost, that's justified. Raging when you fight a Iggy player, always justified. Secondly, I did win the set. I did win this bet 3-2, but it had to be a come from behind 3-0 victory from there. I had to reverse 3-0 the guy. But after that, I don't know. I kind of warmed up to the guy. It's like he was the only guy who I don't know if you guys know him on Fightcade, but he's it's Your Highness. That was the guy I friggin' raged against. Honestly, I feel like he's the only Iggy guy right now who's consistently online. He's a cool dude. We don't really talk, but we do play often. Like whenever I'm online, I'm just like, he's like my go-to guy to challenge to get like 7 games for the night. Usually that's how many he'll play against me. He's a lot of fun to fight, and I've come to understand like a ton more stuff about Chaka versus Iggy than I think anyone has in the past 5 years or so. Basically, since the time any of the old head Iggy players have left. So, ever since Funky Dude, ever since Karnaz, and ever since Mongol. There was someone else. There was someone else who played Iggy on Fightcade. But I don't know. But the thing is, I don't know any of them because like all those people were pretty much before my time. Mongol, he's out of college. I can't say for Funky Dude, but apparently, oh boy, that last situation. Don't look into that one. Just never look into that one. But other than that, it's like he's the only guy who's online consistently, and he's really taught me like how to deal with Iggy jumping and being stand on, throwing sandballs and trying to play lame at you. Turns out, like I just one day realized that stand on dash 5C, it actually covers that option. It actually covers that play really well. And it's like there's times where I'm just like I'm fighting him, and it's like it's usually closer to the beginning of the set where I'm doing this, where I'm trying to think more so about what I'm supposed to do, and then the switch just flips in me, and I'm just like, wait a minute, no, stop thinking. You have an answer, just use it, and it's like I don't really like playing like that, where it's just like you have an answer. Like no, I wanna think through my problems. I wanna find a solution every time. I don't wanna come in with the solution and then use it. It's like no, I wanna figure it out again. I don't know. It takes longer, so I don't know. To me, it feels like more fun. And then there is, the fact that the one thing I do have to say is not fun when fighting his Iggy is that sometimes he'll just wreck me, dude. He will get one good opening, and then I will fail every single escape option. I either fail Oki, I fail to block correctly, I get grabbed, I fail to tech properly, I tech the wrong direction, I tech at the wrong time. It's like, yeah, he's definitely improved, like his tech chasing especially. That might be due to me being bad, or it might be due to the fact that, he actually is just improving. I bet you it's a bit of both. But yeah, good on you, man. You know that when I'm doing something stupid, you know how to kill me for that. Another friggin' seam. And then another thing, although I do have to say, another thing that I don't really like about it is that he loves to just not block Oki and just try and dump meter. I figured this out, and I just stand there. Like, I will fake an approach and then just stand there, hold back. He'll go for super, like, every other time, and then I just counter with a super of my own, and then it's like, it's easy pickings from there. Yeah. I don't get why you keep doing it. Just start blocking the mix, or just like don't do anything. Like don't do anything, just block the mix. I promise you'll lose less games like that. Iggy does not have a fast wake-up speed. His wake-up speed is as fast as Jotaro. The fake... Ow. The reason why people think he has a faster wake-up speed is because even his standing hitbox is lower to the ground than Jotaro's crouching hitbox, so that overhead meaties they take longer to be plus enough to actually hit them. They take longer to hit, so you just think, oh, well, you know, they have to time their attack later, so it's like they're more likely to mess it up. That's why. In other news, I came up with a cool Jotaro combo that does a stand crash. It's actually a universal stand crash because, what was it? I read, like, there's one combo in the combo trials that I have that it isn't actually, it says universal on it, but it's not actually universal. It's short, but it's like, okay. But I actually did find a universal one. I don't know if I'm the one who initially discovered it, but, I mean, probably not. Like, everything about that character has been discovered. If you know of 2A and Stand 5A, you probably know this one. So it's... And yeah, it does start from Jump Heavy. Jump Heavy, JC 5A, 6B, quarter circle back B, into Hyper Hop JC 5A, 2A, Plank Stand 5A, 5B, one hit of quarter circle forward C, immediate cancel in the quarter circle back A. That will combo from anywhere on the screen, and it will cause a stand crash against every character in that sequence from full every single time. And I was just like, I just discovered that one day. I'm like, damn, this is cool. Another friggin' spark from these blue chips. I'm like halfway done with this now. Dang. That took an hour. Although I feel like I've been making more rapid progress. I mean, with the stool now, I don't really have to get the shot back out. Oh, there it is. That blue chip from like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I could use the shot vac. I got the stool, so it doesn't matter. That could have gone in my eye. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to be cool with it, but no, I cannot kick it. I'm gonna go get a sip of water, come back, might have more stories to tell. yeah, that's right. There's a really good story. From CEO Taku the first year, 2023. Does anyone still remember that? No, you know. But that was the first IRL tournament since God only knows when. Like what, 2019? So a few things from that tournament happened, but probably my favorite one was, so you know, we were at Casuals. I think it may have been the day of. Yes, it was. So we got in on Friday. We were there on Saturday. That was when the tournament was, and we left on Sunday. Okay, so yes. So on Saturday. Sunday was the last day. We left on Monday. So on Saturday of that weekend, you know, we were at the tables. You know what a table at a fight at a FGC event looks like in like a community section? It's basically just a long table. There are monitors hooked up and plugged in, and what you can do is you can plug in your computer, your device, your console, whatever, and you know, use that for a display. If you have a laptop of your own and you want to run it off of that, go right ahead. But other than that, so we were at one of these. We were waiting for our bracket to begin, pretty much, and this is like a few hours beforehand, sometime in like the morning. So we're just standing around, shooting the shit and whatnot, and I look over to the right, and I notice, you know, the people next to us, they had like a bunch of snacks out. And one of them that caught my eye was a bag of vegan beef jerky. I think it was, I can't remember the brand, but it was vegan beef jerky. Now, this one does require a bit of backstory. So, which actually isn't that long. So in 2022, the year before this, I go to Ribfest with my dad, and you know, they're handing out free samples of vegan beef jerky. Hey, come try our product. Select that if you like it. We'll buy it in the store. Yada yada yada. And so, you know, we get a free bag, and we start eating it, and we're like, oh my god, this is disgusting. Like we even try putting barbecue sauce on it, and this is like some of the more they just look fucking dust. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, but like this is like some of the more, you know, quality brand barbecue sauce stuff, because of course it is. It's fucking Ribfest. And like even that just cannot save it. So it's like it tastes like trash. We toss it, and so now fast forward back to where we are. I see the beef jerky, and I'm like, hey, look, it's vegan beef jerky. Like I had that before. That stuff tastes like shit. And apparently, the person who owned the bag of beef jerky overheard my little comment. And she was not too happy about that. So I'm like 5'9". She was probably 5'6". And at the time I probably weighed about 130 pounds. And I bet you she weighed about the same as I did. So, and then, of course, she has blue hair, she has glasses. She comes up, and of course, in the most caring voice ever, you just hear, well, at least it's better than that fucking McDonald's you're always eating all day. Basically, her only rebuttal to vegan beef jerky tasting like crap is McDonald's is bad and it's better than that, and you eat that all day, every day. It was hilarious. We had to hold it in. We had to hold it in because we didn't want to get in trouble. We didn't want anyone to get called on us. We didn't want any of that stuff. And then, what was it? So then after that, well, actually, no, there was nothing after that. Truth be told, there was nothing after that. But yeah, that was a fun time. And then also that same weekend. So the day we were supposed to leave, or at least the day I was supposed to leave. So of course I have to fly out of Florida on a plane. And so I'm like, okay, I know what time, I gotta be there. And it's like, okay. That's the time when the flight boards. But it turns out I mixed up the time the flight boards with the time it actually takes off. And so I was like 5 minutes late. I was literally like 5 minutes late to the boarding of the plane. And like I literally got stranded in Florida for a few hours. Like, that was the most embarrassing call to home I've ever had to make. And what's worse is that this was right before that big hurricane that came through of that year in 2023. And so it's like, of course my mom's panicking, because of course she was. She's a bit of a worrywart, a bit of a fusspot. But I get it. And so yeah, I had to get a hotel and act like a moron, and I don't think I've ever heard the end of it from my brother. I definitely heard the end of it from my sister, because she pretty much did the same thing, where she somehow, I forget how it happened, but she got stranded in Canada last year when she took a trip up there with one of her friends. No, it wasn't last year, it was this summer. Yeah, it was this summer. No, this summer she had her internship. No, it was last summer she was, She got stranded in Canada. But yeah, that was the thing that happened too. Now the only person that hasn't happened to yet is my older brother. So I don't know. We are just lying in wait until that happens. But we know if that happens, he will never tell us, because we don't actually know the itinerary of his trips. And if something goes wrong, he will definitely course correct that in the most discreet way possible. He's got a good enough head on his shoulder to be able to do that. Yeah. Speaking of which, poor guy can't get a job. Like, he's totally qualified. He has his college degree. The problem is that he's going into math, and that field is so damn competitive that like no one's hiring. It's really a shame. And plus, that's probably the one that's most long housed by the foreign labor market, which is why I'm very against that. Simply because it's kind of personal. I'm gonna use shot back real quick. Honestly, I could see myself going to trade school. The problem is I got tricked into going into a 4-year college, and I've just never been the same since. Because trade school, they're always hiring. Everyone needs a handyman. Like, everyone needs a plumber, everyone needs a plumber, everyone needs a mechanic, everyone needs an electrician. Even like everyone just needs someone to install drywall, retile your bathroom floor, get the damn bathtub up the stairs. Except I probably wouldn't be able to do that since I only weigh like 140 pounds. 153. I am a definite lightweight, that's for sure. Eesh. The only thing that keeps me going is just my refusal to quit. I don't know when to do it. I also don't, whether for better or for worse, that's what's kept me going. But yeah, trade school, like my uncle, he went to trade school. He's turned out really well for himself, you know? He's involved with the union and whatnot, although he does have crappy hours. But then again, the crappiest hours pay the biggest bucks. Unless you're a friggin' intern, in which case, get bent. I'm gonna have to move this out of bed. Crack the lights. Don't start to paint either. Get this out of the way. And duct tape and a wrapper. Bin is getting full. Oh, that's getting heavy. The worst part was the bucket had a handle, so at least I could carry it like that. So nope, just gonna have to carry the bucket. So yeah. Honestly, I'm enjoying this gig a lot more than I thought I would. Well, no, it's not that I wouldn't enjoy it. It's just I wouldn't complain. That's another thing I'm really good at, not doing complaining. I've never been much of a complainer. As long as I get rewarded, compensated for my work in some way, I don't really care. Although this friggin' seat is starting to get, it's got these little bumps, and they're starting to dig into my butt cheeks. And of course, none of the fat from my booty is on the, jeez, ship the tile. But yeah, none of the fat from my butt. It's like, it's literally basically bone to seat. Tail bone to seat, and that's just super uncomfortable. God dang it, another ship. There we go. Oh, jeez, I can't even push this. Like, I can't even barely touch it and it moves. Yeah, that's like, this is about 60% of the way done. I grew up with this tile. I think it's only right that I'm one of the people who removed it. Like I want to get a cushion. Wait, actually, no. Is there like a spare rag that won't get in the way necessarily? So it's just not. probably the best I got. And now, of course, it's friggin' lopsided. And now it's lopsided. That won't work. Oh well, it's either this or my knees. My knees would require that again. I wonder what Pablo's doing right now. Yeah, he's probably sleeping. He's the other side of the world. He's in Spain. You look sick. You're in bed. I'm Golden Freddy. I like to scare, and when I scare, I become a nightmare. What the shit was that? Oh, something went into that little air duct. Speaking of which, yeah, it's a gentle breeze from the air duct, which I'm actually very thankful for. This is not a sweatless job. Do that much. Ah, jeez, that went right up into my face. Is this stuff called grout? I don't know. First it chips, then it chips again, but this time it chips along the digging seam. Alright, I'm going to take this down and get the final bucket. Really did that one come out. I'm getting a bit dizzy now. And this ain't gonna help. Bo shaka bo shaka bo shaka bo. Bump 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 bump. I'm way too tired for that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to angle it this way so it doesn't go directly into the vent. But knowing Murphy's Law, that's not going to matter. I was going to say Newton's Law, but then forgot that there's a guy who said that the worst possible outcome surely will. Friggin' seam. 2 boards. Okay, there's another one. There's another one. Yes, pulled it out. more. Chip. Of course, dug in. Here's another one. And the bottom of the top. Next one is going to be butt up to the seam of the door, so I don't know how I want to handle that one. I'm probably not going to handle it in any special way. I'm just gonna address it and then go on as a little. Oh, but that's a big chip. Okay, a lot of debris, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. Nope, have to go. Okay, first it caused a lot of sparks that just stayed around, and then it went into my eye almost. I hate these blue chips. They actually just smell like burnt hair, which I know what that smells like because I wanted to see what it would smell like once. So I have a candle in my room. You know, everyone has an emergency candle that, you know, you just keep around just in case the power goes out. And so, you know, then I pull a piece of hair from my head, put it up to the candle flame. Turns out, hair doesn't really burn as much as it just disintegrates in small quantities, at least. So yeah. It disintegrated, and it smells exactly like what these blue things smell like when they catch fire. They start to spark. I wonder what Rainero's doing too. He's been in and out. Like he'll come in for like a day or two, and then just friggin' disappear. Oh my god, this thing is gonna be stuck to the floor, ain't it? Okay, here. What if I go from? Get this guy out, and I go at it from here. Okay, that sort of works. That works. Okay, I'm gonna take the shot back to that. Yeah, instead of like chipping or breaking, it just started, that tile just started disintegrating. But yeah, Rainero, he'll pop in like once every while and then just dip for a month. It just makes me think he's in the like the anal cavity of some Russian coal mine. Okay, so this actually does exist below the door, below the foot of the door. Can I? Nope. Yeah, no, I don't care. That will be a problem for later. So yeah, so walls are painted. Next, the tile is going to go on. Then we are going to put the boards back in. or get new boards. And we're going to put the toilet back in. We're going to put the sink back in. Or no, I think we're actually going to put the sink in before the toilet because that won't be harder to maneuver. And then if you put the sink in first, then you don't have to risk the sink hitting the toilet. Meanwhile, the toilet's a lot more lightweight and is a lot less likely chance to kill anything. Okay. This is gonna suck. To get out this row right here, it's along a major crack. This weird grip when I get my left leg under my right knee. Yeah, I hit the wall. At least I didn't put a dent in the drywall. I just discolored the paint. Dad's probably not going to be happy, the most happy about that. But oh well. It is a love of the labor. It's like they say, it'll happen. That's another good phrase to get your rage down. You know, you just say, it'll happen. Like when you play Pokemon and you just, you're playing like a battle facility. And it's just like you get hit with the worst streak of luck in your life. You get hit by every OHKO move. You get quick clawed. You just get hit by everything that you don't deserve. And the game just simply says, no, you did not lose. We just decided it's time for you to stop winning. Like Pokemon is a game where you can just admit when you lost, and it's also a game where you can just admit when the game just said, no, you're not allowed to win. It's all out. These two are sticking together. I'd want to spit down the hole, but I don't want to spit down the hole. I'm getting real tired now. I'm just getting tired. Almost not. Fucking berserker. Berserker Claw! Berserker Barrage! Oh, great, I missed. Yeah. Oh, my back! Stab myself with a shard of tile still on the ground. That's why I don't like using my knees here and I want to use the stool. Despite the fact it's worse for my back. Probably worse for my back. I wouldn't have any way of telling. one time. Yeah, my blue one. Yeah, you might as well just uproot the tile from there as well. Yeah. This one just move along. Sheesh. I think it's a lot quicker to just buff a few tiles out at once and then go to dump them. No, we're keeping this door because it's the same style as all the doors that we have. Every door is this same door, except not this door. But if you told me they were all carved from the same tree, I would believe you 100%. All right, last like 20%. Home stretch. Ow. I think this thing can handle the rest of them. Other than that, do I have any more stories? I don't know. I just kind of stopped talking and kept focusing. Started focusing. Oh, I don't think I have like any more stories. Oh yeah. What was it? There was a JoJo's cab at the Combo Breaker arcade room this year. I managed to absolutely mollywop everyone who stepped up to that cabinet except for Gary Butternubs, who fucking 9-1'd me. And I made sure to count and just say, you're not getting that 10-0. There's a reason he 3-0'd me in 2024. Fuck. Whenever that was. It's been so long I forgot. To me at least. Time's been flying real quick as of late. I mean, of course it has. I'm finishing out my academic life. I'm about to enter the real world. Escape and fall out into the hallway. Yeah. One of the sharks popped up and hit my glasses. If I wasn't wearing these, I would have gotten stabbed in the friggin' eye. Good thing I didn't get a chip from that either in the glasses too, because that would have not been fun. I just got these things this past year. I like the way they turn out. Blue chips, blue chips. Blue tortilla chips, that's got me thinking about those. Sheesh, I'm sweaty as hell. I hate it when you sweat so hard and you're wearing pants and the sweat gets into the crease on the back side of your knee right here. And then you bend your knee and it just absolutely pins and needles you. That is not fun. Almost done. Almost done. I can count the amount of tiles, but that would take too long and take more time than necessary. Been making rapid progress recently, at least. Shot back a bit. I think I do have to clean up the entire underside. Yeah, because then this is going to be remolded or whatever you call that, and then it's just gonna have to be redone. Yeah. Being on my knees is uncomfortable. I like sitting on the stool more, even if it does hurt like hell. I kind of want to get like a pillow. I don't want it to like dirty it up. I can probably wash my sheets anyway this week. I can afford to do that this weekend. You know what? Yeah, forget it. I'm getting a pillow to sit on. I got my Star Wars Stormtrooper pillowcase on, and you know what? The girl she told me to take it off, and I say no. The Star Wars pajamas, they stay on during sex. Don't ask me how she did MIB though. We call that a clever workaround. Like, yeah, instantly this doesn't hurt my ass as much. Although it does give me a bit of unwanted elevation. But I can work through it. My back's going to be tortured the rest of my life, so it shouldn't be complaining. Meanwhile, my ass does not have to suffer. Ah, great. Another. Crap, that's a seam. I'm tired, man. I'm just tired. I know how earlier I said I'm good at like not complaining. Then I work for long enough and I start complaining, dude. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12! Oh, there you are. You would not believe the morning I've been having. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that tile is just fucking disintegrated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12! So yeah, I'm just gonna wash my sheets. Great. Now the fucking bucket is filled. Okay, I actually can't get in from there, from that angle. So I'm gonna go back to here. Jesus hung on the cross for 3 hours. I can handle the rest of this. Sheesh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 more white tiles to uproot. Alright, let's just slip them out. Out. Yeah, no, I probably can't get a better distribution. Tiles, positioning, right there. Here, all this stuff. that. Do I have one last story in me? Or anecdote? Oh, I don't think so. Let's see. Nate, you gonna think of one? Nah. Oh, actually, yes, I can. So, at work, we used to have this guy. He got he doesn't work with us anymore. Think of that what you will. Although he was actually relatively liked by the customer base. Although I don't think he was he was not the sharpest tool in the shed, as they say. He had, well, first things first, he grew his own weed. So that already meant that he was a bit of a screwball in the first place. He also kind of reeked of weed as well, which I guess for college students that means all right, man. Like, all right. No. But yeah, he was not all there. But he did have like these wild friggin' conspiracy theories. And like instead of like reasoning the reason as to why we don't go to space anymore, like why the United States doesn't send a rocket to the moon anymore, like for one, we've already established we were the first to do so, and you know it's like we've already done it. Like that could be a reason well in and of itself, but also because it's like resource mismanagement within the government that basically will utterly prevent us from doing so at any time within the near future. No, the reason he cited as to why we don't go back to the moon is because apparently in 1945, the Germans already beat us there, and the Nazis still have a moon base established that's fully operational. That's why he believes that America won't go back to the moon, is because we're too scared of that. We're too scared of the moon, of the German moon base that they already have there. And honestly, I don't know why they canned him. I think it was because he always just smelled like weed. But if that's the reason, if it was because he wasn't that intelligent, you wouldn't have to convince me. Like, I get that there's a lot of, like, conspiracy theories about, like, what's going on in the world currently, but come on, some of them are just ridiculous. Sport's getting my friggin' way. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, I've only cut down half since last I checked. Oh great, it wants to fucking disintegrate on me. That's gonna be another trip with a shop vac. Stories other than like one of the guys, like the old dishwasher we used to have, he was apparently like trying to date some of the students, it's a college, so it's like on one hand, it's like it's a college, so it's technically most likely legal if that were to happen, but it's forbidden in the employee handbook. So no, you can't do that. I can date classmates if I want to, but it's a liberal arts college, so I'm not gonna get a good pick of the litter there. One last tile for freedom, and one more for the road. 2 times. Oh my god. That's pretty much all I can do here. How long have I been going? 2 hours. Yep. Yep. I honestly didn't think it would take this long. I thought it would only be like 90 minutes. Shit, I did not expect for wear and tear on my body. Alright, yeah, it's full. I'm gonna have to carry some of these down by hand. Heck, you know what? I can just use the underside of the stool to load it up. And then the trash bin wasn't 100% filled because it wasn't 100% filled because I realized, you know what, it doesn't have a handle. It's probably gonna be harder to carry otherwise if I filled up too much. It's gonna be it. I'm gonna have to take a shot back to this one last time. But yeah, this just goes to show that not everyone has 3 hours available on a weekend for a stupid 27-year-old fighting game tournament. If you know, you know. Oh, I gotta carry stuff now. Other than that, yeah, that's